Okay.
We're recording?
I'm fucking ready. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, what's up, Ryan?
Have you ever wondered the awesome origin stories of all your favorite Looney Tunes? Bugs Bunny, Sylvester the cat, Charlie the dog.
Charlie?
Witness it all in today's Looney Duels.
Ba, 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 ba. That's a little music stinger I made for the DVD VHS announcement commercial for all the clip show episodes of Looney Tunes that apparently exist.
Yeah. Hey everyone, welcome to Looney Duels, and we have a batch of episodes today, to say the least. We got a Looney Tunes dog episode.
Yes.
We have a clip show episode.
Yes.
We have my least favorite show we've watched so far, Roadrunner episode. And we'll get there when we get there. But I think there's no point in dilly-dallying today. Let's just get into it.
Yeah.
No goofs, no laughs. I just want to get right into it.
We're gonna get really serious now. This is no longer a funny podcast. We got our analytics out. We have our beakers and microscopes. There's no more joking around. This is not funny anymore.
This is a serious podcast. We demand you take it seriously.
Yeah, we have to understand these creatures at their base, just base levels, their raw power. It's so easy to get swept up in, the prettier things about these things, but we're here for just data, raw data.
This is the fucking truth, okay? If you want the baby-fied Looney Tunes versions of these characters, go watch Bugs Bunny Builder, you stupid idiot. We're here for the rawness. Anyway, let's talk about Charlie the dog.
Yeah, so the first short we watched is Often an Orphan, which is a Porky Pig and Looney Tunes dog short. I love seeing Looney Tunes dogs. I like when they stand out, apart from the pack a little bit, when they're, a little more personable, a little more relatable. This one's name is Charlie.
And he's been on a few times, I think. I think this is kind of a recurring Looney Tunes dog, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, I don't know if we've seen him in anything personally. I don't know him. I just met him.
But we count Looney Tunes dog as their own character,
yes,
all of them combined.
Yeah, if you don't know, it's been a bit since I feel like talked about a Looney Tunes dog. The Looney Tunes dog collective is basically like one group. They, they're allied with each other. Their strengths and weaknesses are shared. So we always have to factor that in. They're quite a wild card because they have proven to be quite formidable, I would say.
My man Leopold, of course.
Yeah, and then we got, Shakespeare dog, who really disappoints most of the time. But Charlie, let's talk about Charlie, my guy here. I think this is the most talkative dog we've ever seen.
For sure. And we start this short off with him with his original master, and you think they're about to have a very nice picnic, but instead, Charlie's owner throws a stick, gets back in the car, and drives away. So immediately, we're introduced to Charlie, knowing he's a unwanted dog that his master does not want around. Charlie's undesirable.
Which is gonna knock some points off for him. I think that Charlie, his bit is that he's kind of annoying, I guess. Mm-hmm. So nobody wants him around. He's too talkative. He's kind of in your face, So he's the kind of dog you want to take on a picnic and then abandon forever.
Yeah, he's got those vibes.
Yeah, but we get the return of a favorite theory of ours, a farmer Porky, who happens to be working on a farm nearby. And Charlie's like, this guy seems like he's gonna be, easy to get under his skin. And Porky's almost immediately kind of an asshole to Charlie. He's really not falling for it.
Do you think years and years and years of just shit happening to Porky has just made him into what this short is, where he's just immediately no, I'm not doing this today. Get the fuck out of here. No, not today.
I think so, because normally I feel like Porky, he's not totally a pushover a lot of the time. He can, get, as we've seen, and we'll discuss, Dark Porky and all that.
Yes, of course. But
he is on the defense immediately. There's no just initial oh, this poor dog, kind of thing. Charlie starts talking at him, and Porky's like, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to talk to you. Get off my property. I'm going to kill you.
Because when most Porky shorts start, he's kind of like hello there, like he's gonna be nice, a little kind. But in this one, no, cuffs are off. Get the fuck out of here, you stupid mutt.
And Porky almost handles the situation himself at one point. He like grabs Charlie, is like about to throw him out of the farm, but there's like a guy sitting in like a Humane Society truck like off the road, and he's just like looking at Porky, and Porky's like, well, fuck. I can't just throw the dog out now.
Let's make no mistake, he does kick the dog multiple times.
Yes.
He does a powerful Porky Pig kick, in fact. He has a very powerful kick he can do.
Yes, I feel like in this one, Porky loses his temper a lot more easily. Like, he's shifting into dark mode, like, real quick and fast. Like, not a lot of build-up necessary. The energy's there. Maybe he's had a bad day already, and then this dog showed up, and it just, like, made it worse. That's why he wasn't in the mood to, like, fuck around.
Maybe Porky's kind of going through, like, a parasite of his own, like the anime.
Yeah.
He kind of has someone transforming him, and, like, at first he was kind of trying to reject it, but now he's kind of accepted it. And now he becomes, like, ready to battle at any moment. He's been kind of transformed.
That's so beautiful. What a beautiful comparison to the anime Parasite.
With Porky Pig.
With Porky Pig. So it's like, what would be his like parasite? Is it just like on his hand too? He's got like a.
It's got to be somewhere silly. It's got to be like on his butt or something, like somewhere goofy.
You're right. It's got to be funny. Maybe it's under his hat. That's why he's wearing a hat in this short.
That's true. We got to talk about Charlie's stats, though, because he lays them out in the short. He is 50% pointer, 50% boxer, 50% setter, and 50% watchdog.
Yep.
Now, yep, those are important stats. I hope you wrote those down. Because,
I didn't write them down.
You're gonna need to remember that when, like, the big battle happens.
How is his breed type gonna help? And also half of that shit's made up. There's no way he's 50% all those things.
How do you know?
I logic, math. What happened to our beakers?
You watched one short with this guy and concluded immediately. You didn't even take the time to read. You don't even know Charlie personally.
You know what? I don't know Charlie personally. don't want to know him, but he seems to kind of worm his way into Porky's heart a little bit, right?
Yeah, there's a part where he kind of guilts Porky, and Porky kind of comes down from his dark Porky form. And we kind of get the Porky we used to know and love before he kind of went down the path of corruption and parasites. And he kind of feels sympathy for the dog, and he's ready to kind of like take him in. But this is also a farce. And then Dark Porky comes out yet again and mails him to like Scotland. Yeah, he's like, oh, you, like, I think he calls him, you pathetic sallow creature. And grabs Charlie and puts him in a bag, like says it's a sleeping bag. He ties it up and mails him to Scotland and like laughs evilly. Yeah, he calls him a pathetic sallow creature and like grabs him by the neck and shoves him into the bag.
But he, of course, Charlie is a world traveler. He's very experienced with being abandoned, so he comes back pretty fast, and he's got, the bagpipes, and Porky's in a living hell, so.
Yeah, do you want to talk about how this short ends?
Yeah, so Porky decides he's gonna take Charlie out for a picnic. He takes him out to the desert. Presumably, Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner are in the background somewhere running around that we can't see. Of course. And, Porky tries the old abandonment trick again, but Charlie is too smart to it now, and he basically steals the car and leaves Porky for dead. And then Porky has what I can only describe as like a mental breakdown, and like turns into a dog, I guess. He starts barking.
I think the only way I can describe it is if you imagine Porky's rage meter as like a literal meter. The meter started shaking, and then like it came out of the meter, and it went even further than it was supposed to go. And then he snapped, and he just became a dog, and then he is kidnapped by the dog catcher, and that's how this short ends.
He went too far. It can overflow.
That's right. Yeah, that's worth noting. Porky's rage meter can backfire on him.
Yeah, it can really mess with his mind, with his sensibilities. If he goes too far, if he lets it consume him, he will lose everything that makes him himself. His humanity, his porkmanity.
His porkmanity.
Poor Porky Pig. But yeah, Charlie wins, so that's a win for the Looney Tunes dogs. That's what I'm fucking talking about.
Big Looney Tunes dog win this episode. Really proud of Charlie the shit ass dog.
do you like? But I thought you liked Charlie. Why are you calling him
Nah, I
that?
like Charlie. I like Charlie, but he is objectively a shit ass dog.
That's true. But he's a strong ally to the Looney Tunes dog collective. They will need him in the fight because he seems a little smarter than you'd think. Smarter than your average dog, your average Looney.
I also want to mention this isn't related to any battle stats. This is also kind of an infamous short. Because if you've ever watched Cartoon Predicts 9/11 videos, there is a clip from the short in all of them where Charlie the dog is talking about his made-up city memories, and he goes, "Oh no, the towers, they're falling."
Yeah, I I wrote down 9/11 prediction ? It's horrible, but I'm sure that people use that in their conspiracy videos about 9/11. I'm almost positive.
Oh yeah, make sure to write down Charlie the dog future prediction powers.
Yeah, he can see the future, kind of like that guy from Xenoblade, where he just has a flash of the future, and he's able to warn his Looney Tunes dogs about the incoming danger.
Yeah, Charlie the dog is kind of like Shulk.
Yeah, yeah.
Make note of that.
But what's our next short?
You want to know what's funny about our next short?
What?
I think so. Kind of some insight into the viewers at home. If you've been following the show for a bit, you might have known when we started, we kind of went in order as much as we could with the Looney Tunes. We kind of went in we kind of made a few exceptions. We skipped around to the Foghorn shorts at one point. Then we watched Space Jam. But we mostly watched them in relative order. But then we got to the point in time where there was going to be so much Tweety Bird and Roadrunner back to back to back that we had to change how we did it. So we kind of wrote a bunch of episode names down that we need to do. We kind of took note. But in our notes, they're kind of out of order. So we end up watching a lot of episodes out of order. And a consequence of that is for this week's Tweety and Sylvester short, we watched what is a clip show episode of a bunch of shorts we haven't even seen yet.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. It's called Tweet Dreams, and the framing device is that Sylvester has come to I guess he's a vet, but he's also a psychiatrist for animals, maybe? Or they call him a doctor, and he's got a nurse. It's not like he's in therapy guard. He's dressed like a doctor. And Sylvester is, talking about his life, and, we see really, really short clips of episodes we have yet to see. And I didn't really realize that's what we were getting into until about halfway through. We were just is this a clip show? And I had to look it up, and it was too late to stop by then.
Yeah, what do I start? Okay, so I think something interesting with the short is they use what I assume is a Tweety, a Sylvester Jr. and Sylvester short, but frame it as if Sylvester Jr. is Sylvester as a baby, and regular Sylvester is his dad.
Yeah, Sylvester's talking to the doctor, and he's like, my father didn't teach me how to catch mice, so I was doomed from the start. And it does a little clip of a Sylvester and Sylvester Jr. moment where they're just talking to each other, I guess, and it's meant to be Sylvester in the past. It's really strange. It's really out there, but we have to assume that this is canonical to Sylvester's backstory, right? That he had a father who didn't teach him how to fish, so to speak.
Which is going to be very funny when they pair Speedy Gonzales up with Sylvester later, meaning he does know how to catch rats if he wants to.
If he ever catches him.
Yeah.
I mean, he can't even catch birds. He can't do shit.
What do you even say about the rest of this short, though? Because it's just a bunch of clips.
Yeah, I mean, the most we can really take away from this is that Sylvester knows that he's troubled and wants to seek help, because spoiler alert, there's no winner in this there's no winner in this short, because there's technically only a loser, and it's Sylvester, because the doctor suddenly realizes he's done with the clip show and he wants to leave, so he flies out the window, literally flies out the window, and Sylvester's no, wait, come back, and he flies after him. So Sylvester needs this. He needs this session more than anything, but nobody cares, Sylvester.
That's the main takeaway, is that Sylvester is so desperate for help, but no one will help him.
No, he's pretty much on his own. His father never taught him to catch mice. He can't even fish very well. He's just all on his own. I guess Tweety Bird's just something that he's always longed for. Maybe it's like...
I guess it's all he has, really, is that chase. He has nothing else.
Maybe he's tried to, like... Okay, so he can't catch mice. He's never even tried. He's not ever going to try until later. So he's like, okay, what can I catch? He tries fishing. He can't do that. He sees Tweety Bird, and Tweety Bird is so, like, alluring to him. And he's like, well, it's a small bird. It's not a big bird. I could probably do that. If I can't catch Tweety Bird, I can't catch anything, right?
Right.
Like, he needs to be able to catch this one thing to prove to himself that he can do something. And he's not going to be satisfied with anything else. So that's what drives him.
Yeah, he that's all he has in life is his drive to catch Tweety Bird, but that drive is also ruining his life. Because that's all he has. He can't even try to do anything. He doesn't go to like any support groups. He doesn't have any other friends. Like none of the. Do you think any of the Looney Tunes like hang out with Sylvester ever? Like, do you think he ever calls up Bugs or Daffy or Porky for a weekend? Do you think they ever hang out with him?
No, I mean the only time we've ever seen him be a part of any other Looney Tunes life is in Space Jam, when he was for some reason part of the secret council of Looney Tunes that decided their fate.
Yeah, Sylvester is a sad, tragic, and pathetic figure, and I both don't pity him and incredibly pity him.
It's his own damn fault. He should have learned how to catch up mice or something.
Yeah. Well, Sylvester lost.
Yeah. Rest in peace forever. There's one important stat we forgot to talk about.
What?
Sylvester loves the circus.
It's Sylvester does in fact love the circus.
He loves the circus.
Wow.
I think that adds something to his character. He loves whimsy. He loves performance. You know? He's got interests. Sylvester's complicated.
And he likes the circus?
He loves the circus. He doesn't just like it, he loves it.
That's like the most basic personality trait possible.
No, it's not. It's complex.
No, it's not. You're coping.
And seething.
Yeah, you're living in a made-up universe. Well, liking the circus is like a notable trait for this character. Like if SpongeBob likes the circus, but he also has like 5,000 other things he does. What does Sylvester do besides circus and catch bird?
He also has a gun. The gun
That's
comes
true.
back in this short. He has another gun.
No, you got me there. He's got the gun.
He's got a gun and he likes the circus. What more do you want from him?
A better short next time. Speaking of shorts I hated, can we talk about Fastest with the Mostest? First off, awful name, terrible name for a short. Just the absolute most dog shit name I've heard for a short ever.
Fastest with the Mostest.
This is another consequence of watching these kind of out of order. This is a 1960 short. We've gone pretty far ahead in time, and it's when Roadrunner and Coyote were just losing all steam at this point. Just no steam left. This short has like 5 jokes, and all 5 of those jokes are Wile E. Coyote falling from a high place very slowly. It's every joke in the short. It keeps happening over and over again.
Yeah, there's the beginning gag. He can somehow outruns the Roadrunner, and then he runs right off a cliff or something, and it shows him falling, and then it shows him like slowly climbing back up the cliffside, only to fall again when Roadrunner shows up. I think Roadrunner actually like pushes him, which is evil, by the way. I don't think Roadrunner's ever like laid a hand on Wile E. Coyote before, but he like pushes him. I was like, what the hell? Where's the fun in that? It kind of goes against his whole thing. Maybe he's just sick and tired of it. Maybe he's like, can this guy actually die? I just want him to die.
Maybe you know what, Roadrunner? I kind of want Wile E. to die after this short too, so I don't have to watch anymore and fall down any more damn times.
There's also, something I wanted to talk about in this short. At one point, Wile E., like, he leaves out some birdseed, which he always, does. But he, I guess, puts tranquilizers or something in it. And so you see Roadrunner, he runs up to the birdseed and he starts eating it. And then you cut to Wile E., who, I forget what he does, but he falls off or something or does something to himself, and then the Roadrunner is like fine. He doesn't get knocked out or slowed down or anything. So is Roadrunner immune to like poisons?
Yeah, he probably is at this point. Yeah, I guess he is. I guess he could be if he wanted to.
If he wanted to.
I'm so sorry. All my notes for this short, and I'm not joking, are just me being really mad about him falling. Like, I wrote like 10 or 12 notes on this short, and almost all of them are, he's falling. He is going to fall. Stop fucking falling.
Okay, so the things I gathered here were, I didn't get anything for Wily. He just sucks. He always sucks. But I did get some stuff for Roadrunner that I usually we don't get a lot for Roadrunner, right? Like usually it's pretty Wily centric stats, but Roadrunner immune to tranquilizers or sleep pills or whatever. He's totally immune to that, or he can sense it and picks around it. I don't know yet. And then the other thing is more about the setting that they're in, the desert setting. We always are wondering how Wile E. Coyote sustains himself. There is a big old water pipe just hanging around. I guess there's a source of water somewhere and it leads to the desert somehow. I don't know, but Wile has access to water, I guess. So mystery solved. Good for you, Wile. Congratulations.
Yeah, whatever. He's probably fallen into that water pit before.
God.
He fell into it.
That's all I got, though.
Write down, viewers at home, write down your stats. If Wile E. Coyote is near a cliff, he's gonna fall into it. All the other Looney Tunes have to do is be near something he can fall off, and they defeated him. Like if like Daffy Duck and Wile E. Coyote were in hand-to-hand combat, beating the shit out of each other, Daffy would need to walk near the edge of a cliff, and then Wile would walk next to it, and then the cliff side would break, and then he would fucking fall for like a minute.
Yeah, I guess that Wile does have that one fatal flaw. If anything, you can defeat him pretty easily if you're more than 2 feet above the ground.
He's pathetic.
I don't even know how this ends. I just know Wile didn't do shit.
Roadrunner wins. Yeah, what a surprise. Anyway.
Yeah, Ryan really hated this one.
I said this when we were watching this. This might be my least favorite show we've watched so far.
That's saying a lot.
No, yeah, I thought this one sucked complete ass. The jokes all sucked. He kept falling down. There was the only joke is that he fell.
No, but it's so funny when he falls and then he smacks and goes onto the floor and then he holds up a sign or something. You know, classic. It's classic. Come on.
I want to talk about Marvin the Martian now.
Okay, we'll talk about the Hasty Hare.
This is, and I wasn't expecting this when I clicked on it. This is a Marvin short.
Yes, this is a Marvin and Bugs short. And also, I think this is the first time we've seen him, or the second time we've seen K9.
Yeah, he was. I don't know if he was in the Duck Dodgers one.
I think he was, maybe, but he's here again. And important notes about K9, Marvin's loyal companion here. He can only communicate through written word. He does not speak. He can, however, produce messages to give to Marvin, which Marvin reads, of course. And I think that's important. So if K9 wants to communicate something to his ally on the battlefield, he has to like send a carrier pigeon or something to take his note.
It is worth noting he can type speedy quick.
Oh yeah, he's real quick about it. So it'll get there, but the mode of transport, that's important.
Right. So Marvin the Martian as a character, like in terms of Bugs Bunny's rivals, is maybe the one that goes fastest to murder out of all of them. Like even quicker than like Elmer Fudd, who's trying to hunt Bugs Bunny. Marvin sees Bugs and immediately goes, "I'll zap you with my disintegration ray."
That, I was going to mention, I think there's some interesting behavior from Bugs here.
Mm-hmm.
In that, I remember when he was, like, the first Marvin short, I think it was, that we watched, when Bugs had to go to space, and it kind of, like, really freaked him out. And he did not like that. And then in this one, he sees that, like, Marvin is an alien and that they're from space. And he kind of, like, is a little uncomfortable with it. I think, like, space freaks Bugs out a little bit.
That might be true. He does not seem to like space. He likes the desert. He likes the forest. He likes the city. But he does not like space setting.
No, I think he's, like, a tiny bit scared. And he's confident and, he one-ups Marvin. But I think there is a little bit of unease, a little stumble in his step, more than usual.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Now, I also wanted to note that Marvin, his little disintegration gun is also an Acme product. So, is Acme like universal? Do all aliens and people use Acme?
I think Acme is just universal. I think all over the galaxy.
Wow, what an amazing company!
They're actually kind of
They're
awesome.
like a company. Wow, so
What?
cool.
No way.
Marvin is, of course, very mannerly. I would describe him. He's very polite.
Yeah, Marvin doesn't fuck around. He gets straight to the task at hand.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of like emotion that like fuels Marvin's decisions most of the time, except for the time he thought K9 betrayed him.
Yeah. We should talk about that actually. Bugs Bunny is a master manipulator, which we know already. Bugs Bunny is our gaslighting king. Yeah, he kind of tricks Marvin pretty easily that K9 is gonna throw a mutiny, and then Marvin falls for it immediately and tries to murder K9.
Yeah, K9 doesn't stand a chance here. Uh, like the way that Bugs was so easily able to convince Marvin that K9 was like trying to start a mutiny. Poor K9 was like what have I done?
And then after they regain the trust, we get a new move of Marvin's, a new exciting Marvin move.
Okay, let's hear it.
He's got a straight jacket bazooka.
Oh yeah. And he's got like a closet of different size straitjackets in his spaceship. So I guess if he gets you with that, you're pretty much done for.
Which is what you might think, but of course, Master Manipulator Bugs Bunny tells K9 after they've kidnapped him that the straitjacket just isn't his. It's just not fitting him. It's not comfy. He doesn't feel good. So he asks very nicely, and K9, what a great guy, takes off Bugs Bunny's straitjacket and gets him a bigger one, and it fits perfect. It's the perfect size. But he kind of asks, K9, his dear friend, to kind of wear his straitjacket for a bit, and he falls for it.
Yep, he does. Because of course he does.
K9 is kidnapped, and then Bugs pretty effortlessly does the same thing to Marvin.
Yeah, he flies the spaceship. Well, I say he flies. He tries to fly the spaceship, but he's very bad at it. So, and I'm not used to seeing Bugs Bunny be bad at something.
Again, space, he just does not like it.
No, he does not. He does not vibe with space stuff. But he manages to get back to Earth, freaking out some telescope guy. That's pretty much how it ends, I think.
Yeah, the last like full minute and a half of this short is them like Bugs Bunny using his space powers that he is not good at, trying to get back to planet Earth and grabbing every planet along the way, and then giving a scientist character a heart attack.
Yeah, which is pretty based.
Pretty awesome.
Pretty awesome.
Pretty cool.
Do you think it's the alien technology that confuses him, or does all kind of futuristic tech, even if it's from Earth, do you think Bugs struggles to like understand it?
I think Bugs is just a simple guy in general. I think every time we see him in any of these shorts, he's living kind of a modest life. He's just kind of in a hole in the forest, and he tends to like try to prefer to like be left to himself, and he only bothers you if you're like kind of being pompous or like kind of a jerk or something. He's living the simple life. I think he just does not get technology in general. Like, I don't think Bugs Bunny even owns an iPhone or anything.
You don't think?
No, he owns like a flip phone at the most.
I think so too. He likes a big hammer, an anvil. He digs a hole. He lives in the ground most of the time. This future tech, this alien tech, it's confusing, baffling, and unnecessary for him. He doesn't need it to win.
You got it. Yeah, you nailed it. Yeah. He doesn't need it.
He less uses like force a lot of the times and more just kind of talks his way out of situations.
Exactly. Bugs Bunny does not need any fancy technology, does not need any big ray guns. All he needs is himself. And is that not kind of beautiful?
It's a little gay, I'm gonna be honest.
It's a little gay.
Just a little. But I mean, even though Marvin lost here, I think it's still like what he accomplished. He got Bugs Bunny in the ship, and he was almost there.
It was close,
it's
yeah.
worth something.
If his stupid dog didn't fall for Bugs Bunny's awesome trick, he might have won.
Do you think that K9 can be described as gullible?
Yeah, I think I would describe him as a detriment to Marvin.
Oh, so he's kind of like not very helpful, actually.
No, I think he might kind of suck.
That's okay though, but he's so loyal. He loves Marvin and the planet Mars.
He's loyal. K9, my dear friend, I got nothing but respect for you. You're such a nice guy. But at the same time, You kind of suck at your job. I just got to be honest.
We've learned a lot today about dogs.
I hope we get better shorts next time. Folks at home, can I be honest with you? I hope we get better shorts next time. I didn't like the
Marvin one.
I like the Marvin and Porky one, but the two in the middle, man, the bread was good, but the meat in the middle, ooh.
Not so good.
No. Fucking clip show and stupid falling down Wile E. Coyote plummet short. Do you want to do questions though?
Oh yeah, let's do questions.
Okay. This is a question for Gloomy. This is less kind of a stat question, more I think a general question about the show. I'm not sure how much coverage you are going to be doing in the Looney Tunes series as a whole, but will you be talking about either Merlin the Magic Mouse or Cool Cat and how quickly they would lose?
Hold on, let me look up Merlin the Magic Mouse real quick. Oh.
He's one of the shit ass Looney Tunes from like the last few years of it.
Oh, okay. And then what was the name of the other one? Cool Cat?
Cool Cat.
And that's no relation to Cool Cat Saves the Kids. It's Cool
No.
There's a Looney Tunes Cool Cat.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. This okay. This is Hanna-Barbera looking.
Yeah, you know, I'll do anything in my power not to have to watch these, but I get the feeling as these shorts go on, and now that we've mentioned Cool Cat, people are gonna keep asking for it. So we'll see what happens 40 episodes from now.
Does Cool Cat have a common adversary?
There's like a hunter guy.
There's
I think.
what?
The hunter guy.
Oh, I thought you said there was 100 episodes of Cool Cat. I was about to...
We gotta watch 100 Cool Cat shorts.
Okay, so he's got a hunter guy, but what's the hunter guy's name? Is he like the same guy
I don't know his
every
fucking
time?
name.
It's Cool Cat, 1967, bugged by a bee. We'll think about it.
I was gonna say, here's like an actual question from Tulip Garden gave me about stats. Are Looney Tunes skills transferable? Would the highest ranked tune fare similarly in environment with stricter rules like boxing ring, or how about baseball? Maybe a hypothetical Looney Tunes kart race, Smash Bros. Melee tournament, presidential election, Wii bowling. Of course it is known that tunes can beat humans or aliens in sports competition, but we're talking tune versus tune here. Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think just straight up, no, because we've seen Bugs Bunny in almost all these environments, including Smash Bros. Melee tournament. Yeah, I think Bugs, whatever you put him, kind of controls what the ring, what he's in. If he's doing boxing, it's his boxing. If he's doing baseball, it's his baseball.
Yeah, he'll kind of make up the rules on the fly there.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think I think he would, like, Bugs, as we know, is like the most OP Looney Tunes. So I think that it wouldn't be fun for him to play a game, like a controlled game like baseball or kart racing or something, or golf, and like basically cheat, right? Like, it wouldn't be any fun.
Well, is that not just the plot of Space Jam 2? Is he just encourages LeBron James to cheat at basketball?
Okay, but the stakes were different there. He was gonna like get made into a theme park attraction. If it was just like a friendly game of basketball, he'd probably play it normally, right?
I don't know. I think Bugs Bunny operates strictly on what's funniest to him at any given time.
I just think he's a better sport than you give him credit for.
Now
there's a lot of other Looney Tunes who'd probably cheat or, do like shitty things to win, even if it was a friendly game.
We can agree Daffy would cheat for sure.
Oh, Daffy would absolutely cheat. You couldn't trust him in any of those situations.
He would like put a bowling ball in the basketball and Porky would drop it on his like toe and he'd go yeah.
Then he'd go up to the Goofy Gophers racing cart and like unscrew the wheel so that they get into a horrible accident.
And he'd laugh about it.
Oh yeah, he'd have a great time. There's certain ones you can trust in those environments, and certain ones you cannot. But if you had like some magical force that like made them, kind of more on equal ground, then I mean they'd have no choice, right?
I guess so. I don't know. I feel like just the Looney Tunes have the ability to ignore rules.
That's true. That's another thing. Some of them really just do whatever they want, and there's no stopping it. Like, most everything to do with Roadrunner defies the laws of physics, so...
Yeah, I guess so. I do have one more bonus question before we wrap up. This is from our dear friend Petro CP.
Oh, wow.
Since he seems to have so much trouble with keeping down live prey, what would happen if Sylvester used a new trick to best that pesky bird? Perhaps a couple of power berries to enhance his skills and abilities? Just throwing it out there. I think that'd be great. I think that'd be awesome. Just saying.
Wow, that reminds me so much of one of my all-time favorite shows, Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures. If Sylvester was like the Paxter, then we would have no trouble whatsoever getting that bird.
Oh, yeah, no question. He could become Fire Sylvester, or Ice Sylvester, or Big Sylvester. The possibilities are endless.
Man, what a shame that he has no access to power berries from the Tree of Life from Pac World.
Things would be so different then. Well, Lou, let's wrap up. You want to sit down and have a clip show of our own?
Yeah, let's have a clip show of our own, but real quick, next episode is going to be another matchups episode. So...
Ooh.
If you, in the comments below, comment, or we'll make a tweet about it too, but you can comment here too. What Looney Tunes, singular or plural, would you like to see match up against each other? And what kind of setting? Like, what's your elevator pitch for a Looney Tunes short? Let's hear it, so that we may discuss it.
I agree. Why did I say I agree? No, just do it. Why don't I agree with you? Just do it. Go to right now.
Yeah, do it. What are you waiting for? Fucking cowards.
Do it, you freaking Looney Tune.
Oh, hold on, our clip show is starting, Ryan. We better get back to it.
All right. Well, remember the time in episode 6 at 10 minutes and 45 seconds?
No.
That's all, folks.
Bye.